Okay, so this is my submission for the data analysis challenge, and I began by data cleaning my data using Python. This is a Jupyter notebook. So my data cleaning began by identifying the abnormalities in data set. I noticed there were numbers in the invoice and stock code column. I noticed the quantity column had negatives, and it shouldn't be so. This is the customer ID should be an integer, and invoice date was changed to a datetime. So the first approach was using regex to compile possible combinations I wanted, and applying the lambda function, an anonymous function, to replace those letters with spaces, and I converted the column to an integer. Afterwards, I checked the customer ID. I converted to numeric from float. Here you can see the zeros are out now, and converted to an integer. Zeros are out. Then my next line of action was making sure the values in the quantity and unit price column are absolute numbers. So I used the pandas.absolute method. I created an entirely new column called total price, and total price is a multiplication of quantity and unit price, and I made sure total price has an absolute value, and I filled the null spaces with 0, converted it to a float data type, and rounded up to 2. Afterwards, I converted my invoice date to datetime, and I saved my changes to a new CSV file. So this is what I did to clean my data. So my next line of action was, and there were a total of 541,909 entries, and the null values are over 130,000 plus rows. So the numbers that had nulls at any point in time in any row were 1,300 plus. Sorry, 100 and 300 plus rows. I used Progress SQL for my analysis. I loaded the CSV file to my database and used PostgreSQL for my analysis. These are my analysis, and to my dashboard to talk about what this data tells. Now this is my dashboard, and this is what I'll be using to tell the story of this data set. Now this challenge is a time series challenge, so we're looking how revenue changed over time, over the years, months, quarter, days, and monthly average, monthly changes, and all of that. So there were a total of 4,372 unique customers. There were 6 unique days. There's no Saturday, and there were 2 unique years, 2010 and 2011. So the total sales per quarter, you can see there's a gradual slope down from the 4th to the 3rd to the 2nd to the 4th quarter. Then December of 2010, which is the only month in December of 2010, which is the only month in the year 2010. So there's no January, February, March down to November. So the 4th quarter of 2011 has the highest sales, which is expected. Towards the end of the year, people tend to buy much, stocking up for the new year, the Christmas sales, the end of the year sales, and all of that. So, and the first quarter has the lowest number of sales. Probably people have exhausted the money in the previous year of 2010. So there's not much money in circulation. And the total sales per day, less people bought things on Thursday, and more people bought things on Tuesday. And there's a gradual increase from Monday, from Sunday up until Tuesday. So Tuesday has the highest number of sales in this data set over the year. So the Tuesdays in 2011 and 2010, people bought more things. Sorry, there's no Tuesday in 2010. So the Tuesdays of 2011, people bought things more. And the Sundays of 2011, people bought less things. Sorry, the Tuesdays and Sundays in those years, people bought more and less for Sunday, more on Tuesdays. Now in December of both months, both years, people bought more. So December of 2011 and 2010, people bought more. Signifies towards the end of the month, towards the end of the year, people spend more. And then in November of 2011, since there's no November 2010, there's a slight increase from September down to December. People bought more things. And February has the lowest number of sales. Now moving on to the unique customers per month. December of 2010 has the highest number of unique customers, 948, which is the start of our data set, so it's expected. Now, in January of 2011, there were 421 new customers, and in this data set, the least number of customers were recorded in the November of 2011. On the month-over-month average, just like there was a steady increase in the total sales per month, there's a positive change in the in November, September, and August. There's a positive change. So the total number of sales increased in those years. There were no rise and fall. There were a slight increase. So in general, there's the sales were positive, and people bought more. Specific times of the year, which are usually in real sense. So it's the end of the year in different countries will buy more and sell more. So this is the end of my analysis. Thank you. I used Power BI to build this dashboard, and that's it.